First up, we have Team Infinite Laundry with their app ParTee. So I'd like to introduce you to Alison, Joe, Johan, and Shaquille. Take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ParTee, a social golf score and handicap tracker app. This has been created by Joe, Shaquille, Johan, and myself. So I'm going to do a little introduction to the app now and why we chose it. So this is what partying is all about. It tracks your score for each hole as you play your round of golf, and it allows you to post your total score for the round at the end. It tracks your handicap and updates it for you automatically. And it also lets you compare your handicap to your friends on the leaderboard, as well as being able to see their rounds and how they've done in those rounds on the feed. The inspiration for our app was to bring a social media element to golf, allowing users to keep in touch with how their friends were playing and see how they're performing. The problems we wanted to solve were firstly to remove the need for the traditional paper scorecard, which obviously they're easy to lose. It's pretty difficult to look back at previous rounds and see how well you played, as well as not being particularly environmentally friendly. Secondly, we wanted to give users an easy way to track their handicap, taking away that need for them to do the maths themselves after each round of golf to calculate if it's gone up, down, or stayed the same. We are aiming this app at the kind of casual golfer, maybe someone with a competitive edge who likes to see how their friends are playing. We wanted to keep it kind of user-friendly enough to appeal to that kind of traditional golf demographic, as well as adding in enough features to get buy-in from younger players. So I'm going to pass you over to Shaquille, who's going to do a demo on how ParTee works.
Hey, fancy a round of golf? I present you ParTee. Forget the paper scorecard keeping and having to manually calculate your score. We'll do that for you with our Android and iOS mobile app, ParTee. Now let me run you through a demonstration on how this app works. It's time to ParTee. Welcome to the login screen, where you will be able to log in with an existing account using your email and password. Don't have an account? You can sign up here by pressing the sign up button. Enter a valid email address and a password longer than 6 characters. Click sign up and log in. Here you will be greeted by the homepage with a friendly welcome message, including the username you signed up with along with your feed. Your feed consists of rounds posted by your friends also using the app, which displays their username, the name of the golf course, the chosen avatar, gross score, and their over or under par of that particular round. From the home screen, you will be able to navigate to post a round, the leaderboard, and your profile page using the bottom navigation bar. Feeling competitive? Let's navigate to the leaderboard. The leaderboard shows you yours and your friends' ranking positions depending on your golf handicap, which is calculated and may change depending on your performance. We'll now navigate to the profile screen, which displays your profile information, including your current handicap and a record of all your previous rounds to track your progress. Next, we'll go to post a round, where you will be able to keep track and record your score of each hole while you play, with the relevant hole information being displayed. Enter your score for the current hole, press done, and this will be added to your gross score, and under or over par will be calculated automatically. When you get to the 18th hole, you can then enter your score for the last hole and press post, which will be added to your feed for all your friends to see. Thank you for joining me for a demonstration of our app ParTee. I will now hand over to Johan, who will tell you about the tech stack we used.
Hello. I'll be telling you a little bit more about the tech stack, which should be on the next slide coming up. Basically, what we used, our first choice, as you can kind of see from the little arrows, was React Native for a variety of reasons, really. Most and foremostly, one of our members had already done some research on React Native, and considering the time constraint, we figured, we'll take any leg up we can get on the research part. We also wanted to initially do our app entirely in TypeScript, but due to constraints Joe will tell you about a little later, we obviously had to can that idea, unfortunately. But yeah, back to React Native. Something that was also important for us in choosing it was the fact that it integrates with Firebase, which we also wanted to use. And most importantly, is that it would allow us to make an app that is both for iOS and for Android with the same JS code base, because, well, A, it gives you a broader user base in a real world scenario, and B, we just have a mix of phones in our team, so that was the natural choice to make. Then moving on to Firebase, we chose Firebase because it includes hosting, so that was lovely. Also, live updates, which in an app with a feed, as you've seen, you're going to want to see that. You're going to want to see when your friend posts the new score live, or yourself, rock up to that leaderboard. And the authentication feature that Firebase handles for you, email and password. And then we chose Firestore, Cloud Firestore with it, which is integrated with Firebase, as opposed to their other database, real-time database, because it's just a little newer, it's a little better at handling complex queries. And the reason we went with Firestore versus just something that isn't Firebase was it's a non-SQL database, which we hadn't used during the course before and really wanted to challenge ourselves on a little bit. And also because it allows for those more complex queries. Because the way, pulling the curtain back a little bit, the way it worked for us was basically you have your users and your posts in two different collections in the database, and they are linked just by both having a key that is the user identification that the Firebase authentication gives you. So we needed to be able to perform more complex queries to get, all the posts only by one user and that sort of stuff. The rest of it, obviously, JavaScript to write the code, CSS and HTML, but within the React Native framework. And now over to Joe, who can tell you a little bit more about the problems we faced.
Hello. Okay, so in a project of this scale, learning new tech that we've never really touched before was always going to be challenging. We stumbled across numerous errors that caused numerous panic attacks, but through agile-inspired practices, such as daily stand-ups, keeping up to date with our Trello board, and keeping frequent communication in the team, we managed to work through each problem at a time. So some setbacks that we encountered. So we lost a member on the second day. We had to reassess our MVP. We did have trouble installing emulators, so we had to use the Expo app to test our app. So we had to use the QR code. Must have done that 100 times daily. And also Firebase, we had some trouble installing it, setting it up. So we just had to use it in a bit of a different way. Some problems took a long time to fix, but we persevered, stayed composed and positive, and we learned to prioritize what was really important to get our final product. And if we were to do this again, so if we could get the next slide, please. If we were to do this again, we would use TypeScript from the get-go. This would have helped us a lot with our errors, like the many errors that we faced, potentially saving us a lot of valuable time. So a few features that we would have liked to add on. So we would have liked to add on the ability to add your own golf courses onto the map using Google Maps. Also, we would have liked to use Socket.io to incorporate a chat feature where the friends could speak together, comment on each other's rounds, handicaps, that sort of thing. And also, we would have liked to include the handicap updates posted to the feed automatically. It would have been nice to get that in, but we didn't manage to get it. So all in all, we managed to make a product that we're all really, really proud of. And I play golf, so next time I'm on the course, I'm definitely going to be using the app. And that's all from us. Thank you very much for watching.